What's up, guys? Welcome in. Adam here, the Orlando drummer. Thank you all for tuning in to another single lesson. Today we are learning a lick that I have titled Hammer, and this thing is really cool. Fair warning, this might not be the most musical lick or chop in the library. It's definitely, there's a little bit of ego to it, right? This is a very ballsy drum fill to pull out on any gig, I suppose. So just keep that in mind. This is definitely on the side of like a show-off lick or just a fun drummer lick as well. But hopefully that goes without saying. So let's get it up on the screen. We'll play Hammer up to speed, just sort of crank this thing out and see what we can get out of it, and then we'll break this down and talk about exactly what's happening in this measure. Here we go. This is Hammer. So in total, I think there are only 3 focal points within this entire measure. There's 3 things that you need to understand, and then the whole thing will make sense. The first of those 3 things is a 3-note grouping. That's going to be right, left, left. It's our first 3 16th notes. You're going to play that right hand nice and loud on the snare. We could have an accent mark there. I really lay in when I play that right hand. Then we have 2 left hand ghost notes. Couldn't be much easier than that. First 3 notes, 1 E and, would be this. And after that, we're going to move on to the second thing that you need to focus on. That's going to be the 5-note grouping. Now, this 5-note grouping starts on the of beat 1. So 2, E, and right, left, right, left, left. This is our second grouping of notes, right? 5 notes long, right, left, left. And we really have to pay attention to the orchestration here. That right hand that's on the of beat 1, that's going to go to your floor tom, nice and loud. I always dig in that note. Then we have a left hand ghost note, right hand on the closed hi-hat, 2 left-hand ghost notes. Let's just isolate this 5-note grouping. 2, E, and So that's our first 8 notes. Let's combine those together and play all of beats 1 and 2. And we're on to the third and final thing we need to learn to understand what's happening in this measure, and that is the monster that is beat 3. Now, beat 3, obviously we're switching into 30-second notes here. Now, we have 8 of these 30-second notes, and that leads up to 1 big quarter note on the downbeat of 4. The catch is, the way that we're playing these 30-second notes is in a particularly difficult pattern. What we're doing here is kick-in-hand single strokes. Kick-in-hand single strokes are just single strokes, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, except imagine that left hand is your kick drum. So we would have right kick, right kick, right kick, right kick. That could also be left kick, left kick, left kick, right kick, left kick, left kick, right kick. All those combinations of hand, foot, hand, foot, hand, foot, hand, foot. If you're unfamiliar with any of these hand, foot, single stroke concepts, I would definitely check out the Splits Bootcamp. There's a lot of really cool information or exercises in there that kind of break down some ways that you can start to incorporate these kick and hand single strokes into your playing. But if you want to just dive in and take this one on, let's do it. So in beat 3, we have a pattern of right kick, left kick, right kick, left kick. So there's really only 4 hands happening. But there's also 4 kick drums, so this creates a lot of busyness. It's a very, it's a flurry of notes. It's supposed to sound that way. And we're also making this a little bit more chaotic by separating our hands as far as orchestration. You can see that both of the right hands go over to the floor tom, and both of the left hands go to the rack tom. So these are going to be alternating back and forth, and it creates this very chaotic sort of melody. So let's forget the fact that we're playing 8 notes inside of beat 3. Let's just play that pattern on a loop. and get comfortable with the chaos that is right kick, left kick, and just kind of speed this up and see what it sounds like, this wall or this flurry of notes, right? It's really tough to do that outside of like a tempo and just kind of speed up and speed back down. I'm really terrible at that. Sorry, that was super frustrating. But either way, you get the idea, right? It's just kick hand, kick hand, kick hand, kick hand, back and forth. The pattern that we're using on our hands is right and left, so they just alternate back and forth between kick drums. You set your right hand on the floor tom, your left hand up on the rack tom, and that's how we get this real flurry of a sound. Now we're gonna do this for 8 notes, only 8 notes, and then that leads us into the downbeat of 4. That's a really loud right hand. Boom, just smack that on the snare drum like it's a normal backbeat on 4. So let's try doing this. Let's just play all of beat 3 into beat 4. So 9 notes. We would have right kick, left kick, right kick, left kick, right. Boom. Right kick, left kick, right kick, left kick, right. Boom. Let's try that out. All right, there we go. That is technically the entire fill. That's everything that's happening. 3-note grouping, we got a 5-note grouping, and then we have this 32nd note beat inside of beat 3, leading into that backbeat on the downbeat of 4. Nothing to it but to do it. Let's connect all of this together, and we'll try to take this as fast as we can. I think this sounds fast, or rather, I think it sounds good, almost as fast as you can get away with, depending on how clean those kick and hand singles are. So if you can get those nice and clean, I say go for it, man. Crank the speed on this thing. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push it as fast as I can go, and still try to keep this thing musical, right? Of course, we'll start out nice and slow, then we'll do mid-tempo, then we'll push this thing all the way. Here we go. This is Hammer. Thank you for watching this clip. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking for more content like this, I have a ton of it waiting for you on OrlandoDrummer.com. It's an online education platform, very much in the style of Netflix. You can download our iOS and Android apps. Links are down in the description of this video. I promise you will find something you like there, and you can try it free for 7 days. I'll see you guys there.